What's up, everybody? Going over here to do some fishing at this creek. Man, I ain't caught nothing here lately. I went to the lake the other day, and I know it already, but during this time of year, that lake is so clear anyway. It's like you can see 25 plus feet in the water. I'm not joking. That lake's always really super clear during this time of year. But when it gets cold, the fish go off in the thermocline. They go way down 30, 40 feet. So it's really hard to catch fish up there at the lake. Back at Chickamauga and the Hiwassee there, they drop the lake significantly, you know, during the winter time. So fishing around there is really hard. I want to get back up there though. I ordered a kayak crate, that way I can get my kayak around without beating it up so much. But right now we're just going to go do some fishing in the creeks right now. It's just that time of year where it's really hard to get anything going on, you know. So let's go over here and try to catch something. I was over here the other day and I caught a couple fish, but I wasn't feeling that good, and like I don't know, I just seemed like really irritable in that video. So I'm going to take some of those fish that I caught there and cut into this video. See if we can't catch something. This isn't very far from where I live, so we'll go over here, see what happens. Try to catch some fish. And I'm going to keep trying to make videos. It's just really hard during this time of year. I'm just going to have to jump around and go some different places, see what happens. So let's go fishing, guys. Let's go catch some fish. Let's get it. Well, everybody, we're just up here fishing where we normally are. Or where I've been several times in the summertime, but right now, this is the only place I can catch any fish or get into. But what I did notice last time I was here is the way that bank is right over there. I could slide that kayak down into this and go up this creek, and there ain't nothing but farmland for 25-30 miles that way, so it might actually be pretty cool to do so. See if I can get anything to see this. Ooh, there we go. Probably a chub or something. Chubby. Boy, I catch a lot of chub. Are those chub? Pretty sure they're chubs. Or shiners or whatever they call them. Shiners. Chub, shiner, whatever it is. Look at that thing. I caught another one of those last time I was here. Whew, first cast. Those things always smell like straight fish. Like canned sardines. What I was talking about earlier is that lake is just so clear and the fish go off. And Chickamauga area, it's hard to get around in there, which I want to go back into where I was fishing and around. I might try to get down there in the next day or two once my kayak cart. It just does so much damage the way the lake's down so much. There's lots of rock, and I don't want to mess that. Even though there's a wheel in the back of that thing, it doesn't work to, you know, you need a cart to get it around easier. And I kind of like to go up this creek here. It's funny how this spot over here always looks like it would have a load of bluegill, which it may today, but normally when I fish it, I don't have nothing. You would just, I mean, it looks so fishy right here. I don't know what's weird. What's weird. Let's see if I drop that kayak, I could go around. It looks like I could go under that tree. That's the thing though, you can't tell with these creeks, because where I live there's so many trees, you know, they just fall over. So I might get right around the bend and then that's it, as far as I can go. Or I might get to go way up through there. There we go. We got another chub, shiner, or whatever you want to call these things. Sure it's a chub though. Cool. Shiny fish. Oh, he's making noises here. He's saying, let me go, dude. Sorry, buddy. See you later. Fun to catch. Those little things bite hard for a little fish. Well, there we go. It's a few. Seems to be all we're catching today. You know what I should do? Ow, mother freaker. I should take a bobber. I think I will do that. Oh, God. I'm gonna go, yeah, guys, I'm gonna go grab a bobber. See if I can't drop this down and work it slow and see if I can't get some of these. Because if I crawl it across the bottom, I'm gonna get hung up in like 2 seconds. So the only real way I can slow it down in this creek is to put a bobber on without getting hung up. Because I know those panfish are down there. It seems like those chubs are a little bit more active. But if I slow it down, I think I can get some panfish. Yeah, I'm just going to stick a little... I use some slip bobbers. I need to take a trip and buy some stuff. I need to do. But it's like that time of year and so get some stuff. But yeah, we're going to slow it down. Well, I think it's bent. We got about 20 of these in the car. But we're going to try to slow it down, see if we can get some bluegill. Typically, I catch these fish right out here, right in here. Always, every time I come here. And I think that's the deepest part in this section. And I think that's where those bluegill are just kind of chilling. So what I'm going to do is throw this and just work it real slow. There we go. Got him. Got him that time. See? Bluegill. Bluegill are real slow. They slow down. Ooh, he's cold. He's pretty though. He slow down. Slow down. Chill out, buddy. Little bitty bluegill. Pretty fish. Let's let him go. Let him go. See you later, buddy. Well, guys, what I'm doing to cast this out here, because I don't have a lot of room in that bobber, it'll just get all tangled up. I'm shooting it like you'd shoot a dock for crappie or something on the lake. Pulling my finger here, pulling it back, slinging it out there right where I want it, next to that tree. But I caught that fish right over there, right on the outside of that. I just kind of move it real slow. See, if I was working the bottom with any kind of drop shot or anything like that, working it slow, I'd get snagged up so fast. I'd get snagged up really quick. So what I'm doing is I'm just using this bobber, doing the same slow technique and just moving it real slow across the top. Now that's a nice looking bluegill. That's a nice looking bluegill. See you later, buddy. Let you go. Get all that dookie all over you. Working that around. So therefore, you can do the same thing with a drop shot. Very, really easy. I mean, you can do it with a drop shot. But when you're in situations like this, where there's so much wood in the water that a drop shot just won't last. You get hung up so much that you'll spend more time tying on drop shots than you will anything else. So just a simple bobber, find the depth where they're hitting at. Only hitting about a foot off. So I come through here and fished right before this, caught a couple of chubs. I know there's bluegill in here, but the way I'm fishing is fishing too fast for them, for these lethargic bluegill and stuff. They don't want to hit that. It's just too much, too quick for them. They're just slowly eating. I can see them every now and then because it's warm today. They'll come up to the top and just pop the top a little bit. These little leaves. Trying to get something off these leaves or whatever they're getting, but they're just chilling. Fell a bit too much. There we go. Let's go just a hair deeper now. Yeah, see, I was a little too high. See, just right after that changeover. See, that's a difference. Just a few inches make. A few inches make a big difference. Where the fish are. I was a few inches too short. I wasn't catching no fish. There's a little bluegill. See you, buddy. But yeah, a few inches. I was a little too far down. I moved it up. And catching fish again. There we go. That feels pretty nice. That does. Best one we've got yet today, maybe. That feels like a fat boy. I'm sitting there thinking about something else. We had a big old fat bluegill come up and smack it. Look at that. Pretty big. Nice bluegill. Working it slow. Big bluegill. Pretty fish. Just working it slow through there. See you, buddy. But yeah, guys, that is that. We caught a few fish. We caught those couple chubs and those bluegills. I think those are chubs or shiners or whatever. But they're more active. Like in the wintertime, they move a lot more. They're not as affected by it. Those bluegill, they set, just like bass and all that. They'll set, school up, find a deep hole and chill. That's the thing with those is by, you know, they weren't hitting. I threw that jig through there 20 times, didn't catch nothing, didn't get a hit with any bluegill. But by putting that little bobber on there and working it slow across the top, I was getting hits. I was catching bluegill. And that's the main thing. And, you know, I could have used a drop shot or something, would work just the same. It works just the same. You can drag it slow. But when you're in situations like that where there's brush and lots of wood, it's not smart. I mean, you can do it, but it'll hang you up more than anything. You know, you'll lose tons of drop shot weights and get frustrated, and it'll be more of a tie-on fishing experience than actually fish. You'll just be sitting there tying shit all day long. So the thing is it works. Well, really, the thing is it's trying different things, doing something different, switching it up. It's even like when I ran the float like that, I didn't just set it in one location. I found about where they were at, because just a matter of just a few inches makes a huge difference. You know, by moving it up a little bit, I wasn't catching nothing. Just by moving it down just an inch or two, I was getting hits. And if I moved it down too far, then I wasn't getting nothing, because it was starting to drag the bottom or hitting something that just they weren't there. So that's very important. It's finding where they're at, and if something's not working, switch it up. Try something different. You know, back when I was younger, when I was a kid fishing, I would have thought you were just ridiculous to stick a fake lure jig or something on a bobber. I would be like, what are you doing? That's not right. You know, I would have just made fun of that. But in all reality, it works. It's another technique. It's great for wintertime. Like up here at the lake, these guys, they'll do that and they'll drop it, you know, 8 to 7 feet, 7, 8 feet down the bobber with a slip bobber, and work slow hair jigs and stuff like that, and little jigs like that, and catch those spotted bass. So that's another technique that those guys up there on those clear lakes, they run. So different ways catch different fish. I mean, it's just the way it is. Just switch it up. Don't fish one direct way. But like one reason I fish those old Bobby Garland things so often is I try to make a point that you can use something as simplistic as a jig head and a hook and just a crappie jig to catch fish. I mean, you might not catch monsters. I don't catch big giant fish with them or nothing, but you can catch fish, and that's the point. And you can catch them year round, pretty much, because fish eat bait fish year round. They're always eating little fish. Even in the wintertime when they're off in those holes, they eat sluggish little bait fish that are around. It happens. Like up there at the lake, like around January and February is when all those blue-black herring or whatever die off, and that's going to be, you're going to see, I'm going to catch a lot of bass up there this year. Like that is the whoopit year up there. You can catch so many bass. Bunch of hound dogs there roaming around. Good job, buddy. But, I'm just old dogs. Old German Shepherd. It's a pretty dog. Yeah, so there's just different ways. But what I'm trying to prove by that is that you can catch fish with simplistic stuff. It doesn't, you know, don't get discouraged. Find what works for you. Find techniques. Switch it up a little bit here and there. Catch fish. You know, this year I'm gonna try to target some bigger fish with a kayak and go out a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it simple too, because I like lightweight, simplistic creek fishing. It's enjoyable, it's simple, it doesn't cost a lot of money, it's not as frustrating sometimes, and it's fun. And that's the thing that I try to, you know, focus on, is that it doesn't take a ton of money and you can catch fish. But we had a good day. We caught a few fish. I know I'm rambling. It's a long ending, but I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see y'all guys later.